Welcome all to my YouTube channel Shweta Gupta Chemistry Classes. As we are doing the chapter 2 solutions of your class 12th chemistry, and in that we have already discussed the Henry's law. Today we'll be doing what is the significance of Henry's law and what are the applications of Henry's law. Firstly, we'll be doing the significance of Henry's law. As you all know, we got the value of KH. We got to know about KH, that is Henry's law constant. So, on the basis of that KH, we got to know about the significance of Henry's law. If the value of KH is high, then the solubility of gas in the liquid will be very low. So, it indicates that KH is inversely proportional to solubility of a gas. Higher the value of KH, lower will be the solubility. And we have already studied that on increasing the temperature, the solubility of a gas in a liquid decreases. This I have already told you in the factors affecting the solubility of gas in a liquid. So, this we also know that solubility of a gas decreases on increasing the temperature, which indicates that KH is directly proportional to temperature and temperature and KH are inversely proportional to the solubility. Now, if a question is given, KH of N2 and question is there is one important question that came in the board exam, whether the aquatic animals are more comfortable in cold water or warm water, or you can say that whether the aquatic animals can survive easily in warm water or in cold water. So when we talk about water, then the gases dissolved in water are generally nitrogen and oxygen. Now what happens if the KH value for, we know that here warm water, if we talk about, the temperature increases and temperature is directly proportional to KH. Then with the increase in temperature, the value of KH also increases, and when the value of KH increases, then the solubility of gases like N2 and O2 in water decreases because KH is inversely proportional to solubility of a gas in the liquid. So, the aquatic animals or the aquatic species will not get adequate amount of N2 and O2 to breathe. So, their survival will become difficult in warm water. While if the water is cold water, then the temperature is low. When the temperature is low, then the solubility of gas will increase in the given water or in a given liquid. So when the temperature is low, that is in cold water, temperature is low, the solubility of gas will be more and the value of KH will be less. So the aquatic species will get more amount of N2 and O2 to breathe properly. So their survival will become easy in cold water and it will become difficult in warm water. This is an important question which came 2 times in your board exam, 12th board exam, CBSE board exam. Now a question is there, at same temperature, H2 is more soluble in water than helium. Same temperature, H2 is more soluble in water than helium. Which of them has higher value of KH and why? Here H2 is more soluble. So solubility is inversely proportional to KH value. So if H2 is more soluble, it means its KH value will be low, and helium is less soluble in water. It means the KH value for helium is high. So KH value of helium is high and KH value of H2 is less, as the solubility is inversely proportional to KH value. So here it is given more soluble, it means less KH value. Helium is given less soluble, it means high KH value. So helium has higher value of KH because if the gas has more solubility, its KH value will be low. Now next, applications of Henry's law. Where do we see the application of Henry's law? What exactly happens in Henry's law? On applying the pressure over the surface of liquid, the gas dissolves in a liquid. That is, P is directly proportional to solubility of gas, or P is directly proportional to mole fraction. So first one, its application is in production of carbonated beverages. You all drink cold drinks, aerated drinks or soft drinks. In soft drinks, carbon dioxide gas is being dissolved. You can see the bubbles coming out on opening the cap of the bottle. So that is generally CO2 is dissolved in the liquid under high pressure. So to increase the solubility of CO2 in soft drinks, bottle is sealed under high pressure. The companies seals the bottle under high pressure. Under high pressure, they made CO2 enter into the liquid and the caps are tightly closed so that the gas cannot escape outside. So to increase the solubility of CO2 in soft drinks, bottle is sealed under high pressure. Next application is in deep sea diving. This topic is also important from the point of your board exam. Now, स्कूबा डाइवर्स यू ऑल नो वो डू डीप सी डाइविंग, जो समुद्र में तैराक, समुद्र के तैराक होते हैं, दे आर नोन एज अ स्कूबा डाइवर्स. सो वो डू डीप सी डाइविंग आर स्कूबा डाइवर्स. They breathe air at high pressure underwater. One thing, children, you all should know, in water, the pressure of gases are very high, and when we come out of water, that is generally in the atmosphere where we are living, on the ground when we come, there the pressure of gases are very low as compared to the pressure of gas in water. So scuba divers breathe air at high pressure underwater. So when the pressure of gas is high in water, so what happens? Due to increased pressure, on increasing the pressure, the solubility of gas will increase. So what will happen? The gases in the water that we intake when we dive into sea water, where the pressure of gases is high. So due to high pressure of gas in the water, the solubility of gas will also increase. So when we enter into the water, increased pressure increases solubility of gas in our blood. So all the gases that are dissolved in the water that we breathe due to increased pressure of gas in water. So solubility within our blood of atmospheric gases will also increase. Now what happens? After doing the sea diving, when the scuba divers come towards the surface, so what happens? At the surface, the pressure of gases is gradually low. It decreases, as a result of which the gas now which were dissolved in our blood, that gases comes to that gases moves out of our blood. वो gases हम लोग exhale कर देते हैं. अब उसके वजह से क्या होता है? This results in the formation of bubbles of N2 in blood. So when these gases which were dissolved in our blood that we have taken when we dive into water, due to increased pressure inside the water, when we come out of water where the pressure of gases are low. Now, when the pressure is low, solubility decreases. So that gases which were dissolved in our blood will tend to come out from our body through nostrils. So gases were dissolved in our blood. So when these gases are expelled from our body, what happens? In the blood, bubbles of N2 are formed. When these bubbles of N2 are formed in our blood, then these N2 bubbles will block our blood capillaries and will lead to ailments called bends or decompression sickness. These bubbles of N2 block the blood capillaries and give rise to ailment like bend or decompression sickness. These are the two diseases from which scuba divers are generally suffering from. So to avoid these bends as well as toxic effect of higher concentration of nitrogen in the blood, what happens? You have seen that these scuba divers used to take tanks at their back. The tanks are filled with air diluted with helium. You know that tanks that you think that carries only oxygen, they are filled with other gases also. So that tank that scuba divers carry with will have air diluted with helium. It will have 11.7% helium, 56.2% nitrogen, and 32.1% oxygen, so that the level of gases or the pressure, high pressure of gas that is underwater, from that we can save ourselves, so that we can save ourselves from the toxic effect of higher concentration of nitrogen in the blood. So this is what the application is in deep sea diving. What happens? Generally, scuba divers used to dive in the deep sea. In deep sea, high pressure of air is there. As a result of which, due to increased pressure, solubility of gas in our blood increases. So nitrogen increases in our blood. When they come to the surface, at surface the pressure of gas is low. As a result of which, due to low pressure, solubility decreases, so that gases tends to move out from our body. So due to that, in our blood capillaries, N2 bubbles are formed. N2 bubbles that are formed, it block the blood capillary and make or cause disease called bends. Bends can be prevented or can be avoided by taking tanks filled with air diluted with helium, so that the pressure of air within our body and outside environment is maintained. Next, last application is in for people living at high altitudes or climbers. Generally at high altitudes, pressure of O2 is low. You all know it. When you move at higher altitudes, pressure of O2 is always low as compared to the pressure of O2 at ground level. So when pressure of O2 at high altitude is low, as a result of which concentration of O2 in blood and tissue becomes low. As pressure is directly proportional to solubility of gas, more the pressure, more the solubility of gas. So due to low pressure of gas at high altitude, the solubility of O2 in blood will also be decreasing, because pressure is low, solubility of gas will be low. So due to lower pressure, low concentration of the solubility of O2 in our blood will also decrease, and the concentration of O2 in blood and tissue will also become low at higher altitude. So due to that, the people living at high altitudes will be physically and mentally weak. They will be both physically and mentally weak. These are the symptoms of disease, that is anoxia. If people are both physically and mentally weak, then that disease is known as anoxia. This is caused due to the lower concentration of O2 in our blood. This is generally a disease which is found in people which are living at higher altitude because the concentration of O2 in their blood is very low. Last one is limitation of Henry's law. Last topic. So what are the limitations of Henry's law? When it is applicable. Henry's law is applicable only when pressure of gas is not too high and temperature is not low. This law you can only see when the pressure of gas is not too high, pressure is not too high, and the temperature is not too low. These are the two conditions. If these conditions are there, then only this law is applicable. Pressure of gas is not too high and temperature is not too low. Next, the gas that you are taking should not undergo any chemical change, and the gas you are taking should not undergo association or dissociation. So these are the three conditions. So it is a limitation of Henry's law. Pressure should not be very high and temperature should not be very low. Gas should not undergo any chemical change and gas should not undergo any association or dissociation. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.